Love can often feel like a mystery, beautiful, exciting, but sometimes confusing. In a world filled with temporary connections, mixed signals, and casual dating, it's easy to wonder if the person you're with truly sees you as part of their future. You may find yourself asking, is he serious about me? Does he really want something long-term? Or am I just someone he's spending time with for now? These questions are valid, and the answers often reveal themselves not through grand gestures, but in small, consistent actions. When a man genuinely wants you in his life for good, he doesn't always say it outright, but he shows it in countless quiet ways. It's in how he prioritizes your happiness, how he respects your boundaries, and how he makes space for you in his world. Not just when it's easy, but when it truly matters. His actions become steady, his presence becomes reliable, and slowly you begin to feel the difference between someone who likes you and someone who's building something with you. Real commitment doesn't just show up in big moments like anniversary gifts or public declarations. It's woven into how he speaks to you, how he includes you in decisions, how he listens when you're struggling, and how he stands by you even during your off days. It's in the way he treats you when no one is watching, in the way he makes you feel safe, and in how he carries your relationship in both ordinary and extraordinary moments. This kind of love is calm. It doesn't rush. It's not about instant perfection, but about consistent presence. A man who sees you as part of his forever will think about how to protect you, support you, and grow with you. He'll begin to share more of his world, his family, his routines, his goals, and you'll start to notice that he's not just talking about me anymore, he's talking about we. If you've been looking for clarity, if you've been wondering whether what you share is built for the long run, then this list is for you. The following 15 signs are powerful, genuine indicators that he's not just here for a season. He's choosing you for something lasting. He's showing up, not just with affection, but with intention. And that kind of love, the one that builds slowly and stays firmly rooted, is the kind worth holding on to. Let's look deeper into what it really means when a man is planning a future with you, whether or not he said the words out loud. Because sometimes the strongest "I want you forever" is found in what he does, not what he says. 1. He introduces you to the important people in his life. When a man truly wants you in his life for good, one of the most meaningful actions he takes is introducing you to the people who matter most to him. This step is not casual. It's significant. It shows that he's proud of you, values your presence, and sees you as someone worthy of being part of his inner world. It means you're no longer just someone he spends time with. You're becoming someone he envisions beside him in all areas of his life. Introducing you to family, close friends, or people he trusts is a clear sign of emotional investment. These are the individuals whose opinions he respects, whose support matters to him, and by including you, he's telling them, and you, that you're not just a passing chapter. It's his way of merging two worlds, the one he's built over time and the one he's building with you. He wants the people he loves to know the person he's falling for, and he wants you to feel included in his foundation. This gesture also signals emotional transparency. He's not keeping you hidden or separate from his real life. Instead, he's inviting you in, letting you see who he truly is through the relationships that have shaped him. It reflects long-term thinking. He's not just living in the moment with you, he's planning ahead, hoping for a future where you fit into the full picture. When a man makes the effort to bring you closer to his core circle, it means he sees you as part of something bigger than just romance. It means you matter deeply to him. And in the quiet, unspoken space between introductions and shared conversations, you'll feel it. He wants you to stay not just for now, but for good. 2. He talks about future plans and includes you in them. When a man begins to see you as someone he wants in his life long term, his conversations naturally start to shift toward the future. And you'll notice that you're not just an observer in those plans, you're a central part of them. This isn't about vague ideas or casual mentions. It's about the subtle and intentional ways he starts weaving you into the fabric of his goals, dreams, and everyday life ahead. He may bring up simple things like trips, events, or weekend activities, but the consistent inclusion of we instead of I signals a deeper mindset. It shows he's no longer thinking of the future as a solo journey. Whether he's talking about career changes, places he wants to live, or life milestones, the fact that he includes you in those visions reveals just how seriously he values your place in his life. This kind of dialogue doesn't always come with dramatic declarations. Sometimes it's in how he plans the holidays with you in mind, or how he talks about where he sees himself in a few years, and you're there, beside him in that mental image. It's a natural but powerful sign that he's not just living in the moment. He's thinking about what comes next, and more importantly, who he wants beside him when that time arrives. When a man talks about the future and consistently includes you, he's showing trust, stability, and emotional security. He's not afraid to let you into his vision because he already sees you as part of it. It's his way of telling you, without needing to say the words directly, that your presence in his life is not temporary. It's something he hopes will last, something he's planning to build on, step by step. 3. He remembers meaningful dates and moments. When a man wants you in his life for good, he pays attention to the moments that matter, not just to you, but to the connection you both share. Remembering meaningful dates and moments is his way of showing that he values your journey together. These memories might seem small on the surface, but to him, they hold emotional weight because they represent parts of your bond that he doesn't want to forget. Whether it's the day you first met, your favorite song, a special conversation, or something you once mentioned in passing, he locks those details in his memory because they matter to him. He's not doing it to impress you or out of obligation. He remembers because those moments left an imprint on his heart. They make up the story of you and him, and he cherishes that story. This kind of attention shows he's fully present in the relationship. He listens with intention, observes with care, and holds on to the things that make you feel seen and understood. It's not just about remembering birthdays or anniversaries. It's about recalling what made you laugh during a tough day, what you wore on a night that meant something, or how you looked when you said something that moved him. When a man consistently remembers the meaningful things, he's proving that he's emotionally connected and committed. He's building a foundation made of shared memories, and through that, he's telling you he's in it for the long run. Because someone who sees you as part of their future doesn't just remember the past, they honor it. And in doing so, they create a space where love feels safe, valued, and lasting. 4. He supports your goals and encourages your growth. When a man truly wants you in his life for the long term, he doesn't just admire who you are, he believes in who you're becoming. One of the strongest signs of deep emotional commitment is when he actively supports your goals and encourages your personal growth. He's not threatened by your ambition or independence. Instead, he sees your success as something worth celebrating and supporting. He takes an interest in your dreams, listens when you talk about your plans, and offers encouragement when you feel uncertain. He might ask how things are going with your projects, remind you of your strengths when you doubt yourself, or simply be present when you need motivation. His support is consistent, not just in your high moments, but also when things feel tough. It's his way of showing that he's standing beside you, not in competition, but as a teammate in life. When a man invests emotionally in your growth, It means he values you beyond the romantic connection. He wants to see you rise, evolve, and become everything you're capable of. He understands that true partnership is not about holding each other back, but about creating space for both people to flourish. Your progress doesn't intimidate him. It inspires him because your happiness is tied to his own. This kind of encouragement isn't loud or flashy. It's in the steady presence, the thoughtful words, the silent cheering in the background. It's in the belief that you're capable of more, and in the pride he feels when you reach for it. A man who wants you in his life for good doesn't just love who you are today. He loves the woman you're becoming, and he's committed to walking beside her every step of the way. 5. He makes time for you consistently, not just when it's convenient. When a man genuinely wants you in his life for good, his effort becomes steady and intentional. He doesn't just show up when it's easy or when nothing else is going on. He makes time for you consistently, even when life is busy. His actions reflect your importance in his world. You're not an afterthought or a backup plan. You're a priority, and he treats you that way. This consistency speaks volumes. It means he values your presence enough to fit you into his routine, to share his day, and to connect with you even through small moments. He doesn't rely on perfect timing. Instead, he creates space for you, even if it's just a quick message to say he's thinking of you, a call between meetings, or making plans in advance to ensure you spend quality time together. It's easy to be available when everything is going well, but true care is shown when someone chooses to be there regardless of schedule, mood, or circumstance. His consistency shows that his feelings aren't fleeting. He's not just interested when it's fun or romantic. He's invested through the ups and downs, the mundane and the unpredictable. When a man makes time for you regularly without being asked or reminded, he's demonstrating emotional reliability. It's one of the clearest signs that he sees you as a permanent part of his life. You're not just someone he's dating, you're someone he's building a rhythm with, someone he wants in his everyday moments, not just his highlights. And in that steady, reliable presence lies one of the truest expressions of lasting love. 6. He opens up about his fears, dreams, and past. When a man truly wants you in his life for good, he begins to share the parts of himself that are usually hidden from the rest of the world. He opens up about his fears, his dreams, and his past. Not because he feels pressured to, but because he trusts you enough to be seen fully. Vulnerability doesn't come easily for everyone, especially men who've been taught to keep their emotions guarded. So when he lets those walls down for you, it's a powerful sign of emotional connection. He might talk about mistakes he's made, hopes he has for the future, or insecurities he carries quietly. These aren't things he shares with just anyone. They represent the most personal pieces of his journey, where he's been, where he's going, and what he's afraid of in between. When he shares these truths, he's inviting you into the deeper layers of who he is. It means he trusts your presence, your response, and your ability to hold space for all that he carries inside. This kind of emotional openness shows that he's thinking beyond the surface. He doesn't just want a relationship built on attraction or routine. He wants a bond built on truth and mutual understanding. By letting you see him without filters or masks, he's telling you that your connection is something he values deeply. And it's not just about being heard, it's about building something real. When a man shares his inner world, he's laying the foundation for intimacy, honesty, and long-term partnership. He's saying, in his own quiet way, "This is who I really am. I trust you with it. I want you to know me completely because I want you to be part of my life for a long time." 7. He respects your boundaries and listens to your opinions. When a man truly sees you as someone he wants in his life for good, respect becomes a foundation in every part of the relationship. One of the strongest signs of this is how he honors your boundaries and genuinely listens to your opinions. He doesn't just hear your words, he understands the meaning behind them. And he makes space for your voice to be valued, even when it challenges his own. Respecting boundaries means he never pressures you to do something you're not ready for. Whether it's emotional, physical, or personal, he allows you to move at your own pace. He doesn't guilt you, dismiss you, or try to change your mind. Instead, he meets you where you are and proves through his actions that your comfort matters to him. That kind of patience and understanding is rare, and it's rooted in care that runs deep. He also listens, not to respond quickly, but to understand. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions aren't brushed aside. He takes them seriously, even when you disagree. He values your perspective because he sees you as an equal partner, someone whose mind and heart are just as important as his own. When a man listens with full attention, it shows he's not just interested in what you say, he's interested in who you are. This kind of respect is never loud, but it's always clear. It shows up in how he reacts when you say no. It shows up in how he supports your independence, your choices, and your growth. A man who wants you in his life for good will never treat your boundaries as limitations or your opinions as interruptions. Instead, he'll see them as part of what makes you the woman he hopes to build a life with, freely, fully, and with mutual respect. 8. He's interested in your family and wants to meet them. When a man truly wants you in his life for the long term, his interest extends beyond just you. He starts wanting to understand the people who shaped you. One of the clearest signs of this emotional depth is when he shows genuine interest in your family and expresses a desire to meet them. It's not just about being polite or doing what's expected in a relationship. It's about wanting to be part of your world on every level, including the relationships that mean something to you. His curiosity isn't forced. He might ask about your parents, your siblings, or your upbringing. He listens when you talk about family traditions, and he remembers the little things you share. When he expresses the desire to meet them, it's his way of saying, I want to understand you better by knowing the people who raised you, cared for you, or influenced your life. This step takes emotional maturity. Meeting family can be a vulnerable experience for both of you, but when he wants to take that step, it shows he's not afraid of the real parts of you. He wants to connect with the people you love because he knows they matter to you. And by doing so, he's trying to show that he values not just your presence in his life, but your roots as well. A man who sees a future with you doesn't separate you from your family. He recognizes that your history, your values, and your emotional ties are part of who you are. His willingness to get to know your family shows commitment, respect, and a desire to build something lasting. It's not just about meeting them, it's about building a life where both of your worlds begin to merge, naturally and with love. 9. He checks on you even during your silent or tough days. When a man truly wants you in his life for good, he doesn't just show up when things are easy, fun, or convenient. He shows up when it's quiet, when you're distant, or when life feels heavy. One of the most heartfelt signs of lasting love is when he checks on you even during your silent or tough days. He doesn't wait for you to always reach out. He senses the shift in your energy, and instead of pulling away, he leans in with quiet care. He may not always have the perfect words, but his presence speaks louder. Whether you've withdrawn emotionally, gone quiet in conversations, or just seem a little off, he notices. And instead of taking your silence personally or ignoring it, he reaches out. Sometimes it's a simple message. Sometimes it's a call, just to hear your voice. But every time, it's filled with genuine concern and emotional attentiveness. This kind of behavior shows that he's emotionally in tune with you. He pays attention to the unspoken, and that sensitivity means your well-being truly matters to him. He doesn't love you only when you're at your best. He's there for your vulnerable, quiet, and even complicated moments. That's when care becomes real. That's when connection goes deeper than surface-level affection. A man who checks on you when you don't ask for it is a man who's already chosen to stand by you. His quiet consistency is love in its most honest form. Because someone who wants you in their life for good doesn't wait for the storm to pass. They show up with an umbrella, ready to stay through the rain. 10. He includes you in everyday routines and decisions. When a man truly wants you in his life for good, he doesn't just reserve space for you in special moments. He brings you into the ordinary parts of his life as well. Including you in his everyday routines and decisions is a clear sign that he sees you as part of his long-term future. It means you're not just a guest in his world. You're becoming a partner in it. This can show up in simple ways. He might ask for your input on what to eat, where to go, how to decorate his space, or even which shirt to wear. He may check in with you before making plans, ask your thoughts before making a purchase, or include you in the rhythm of his daily schedule. These actions might seem small on the surface, but they carry weight because they reflect how much he values your presence and perspective in his everyday life. When a man includes you in his routine, it means he's no longer thinking in terms of me, he's thinking in terms of us. Your opinion matters, not just on big things, but on the little things that shape the day-to-day flow of his world. He enjoys sharing even the most basic experiences with you, not because he needs to, but because he wants to. Your involvement feels natural, not forced. This kind of inclusion shows emotional intimacy and long-term thinking. It proves he's making space for you, not just in his heart, but in his habits, choices, and daily existence. And when someone allows you into the small, often overlooked parts of their life, it means they're already imagining a life where you're there, not just occasionally, but always. 11. He's patient during disagreements and wants to resolve them. When a man genuinely wants you in his life for good, his love isn't measured by how well things go when everything is perfect. It's measured by how he behaves when things get tough. One of the strongest signs of real commitment is his patience during disagreements. Instead of walking away, shutting down, or trying to win, he focuses on understanding and resolving the issue. He values the relationship more than being right. Disagreements are natural in any close connection. But when he listens calmly, even when emotions run high, it shows emotional maturity and deep care. He doesn't attack, blame, or punish you with silence. Instead, he stays present, willing to talk, to compromise, and to learn. This patience doesn't come from weakness. It comes from love. He wants to build something that lasts, and that means treating your conflict with respect instead of reaction. He may take a step back when needed, but he always comes back with the intention to heal, not to hurt. He acknowledges your feelings, even if he doesn't fully agree, because your emotions matter to him. He wants to find common ground, not because he fears losing you in that moment, but because he can't imagine a future without you. This kind of behavior isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about choosing connection over ego. A man who is patient in disagreement shows that he's in this for the long run. He sees hard conversations not as threats, but as opportunities to grow stronger together. And when someone fights with you instead of against you, even in moments of tension, they're showing that their love isn't temporary. It's built to last. 12. He talks about we more than I. When a man truly sees you as part of his long-term future, the language he uses begins to shift in subtle but powerful ways. One of the clearest signs is when he starts saying we more than I. This small change in speech reveals a big shift in mindset. He's no longer thinking solely about himself. Instead, he's beginning to see both of you as a unit, a team, a partnership. This change doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of emotional closeness and growing attachment. When he talks about plans, goals, dreams, or even simple daily decisions and starts naturally using we, it shows he's not just imagining his life alone anymore. He's imagining it with you by his side. You're no longer an addition to his life. You're becoming part of how he defines his life going forward. This use of we isn't always grand or obvious. It might be in how he talks about future vacations, weekend plans, financial goals, or even how he refers to shared opinions or feelings. Each time he says it, he's reinforcing the idea that he sees both of you together, not just now, but down the road. It means he's emotionally including you in his vision of stability and growth. When a man moves from me to we, it's a quiet declaration of commitment. It means your presence has become a constant in his thoughts. He's planning with you in mind, acting with your bond in consideration, and slowly building a life that has room for both of you at its center. And in that shift of just one word, he reveals something deeper than any love confession. He's already chosen you as part of his life, now and for what's to come. 13. He celebrates your wins, big or small. When a man truly wants you in his life for good, your happiness becomes his happiness. One of the most sincere signs of this is how he responds to your successes, no matter how big or small. He doesn't just acknowledge them, he genuinely celebrates them with you. Whether it's a major career achievement or a small personal milestone, he lights up when you win because he's emotionally invested in your joy. He doesn't feel threatened, distracted, or indifferent when you succeed. Instead, he cheers you on, gives you space to feel proud, and makes sure you know how much he believes in you. It's not about making grand gestures or public displays. It's about the sincere, quiet pride he shows when you tell him good news. His support feels effortless, not forced, because he's rooting for you just as much as you'd hope someone would. This kind of reaction comes from a deep emotional connection. He's not just in a relationship for comfort or companionship. He's in it because he respects who you are and values what you're striving for. Your growth doesn't intimidate him, it inspires him. And when you rise, he doesn't feel left behind. He feels like he's rising with you. When someone consistently celebrates your wins, they're showing love in one of its purest forms, through support, encouragement, and shared joy. A man who rejoices in your achievements is someone who sees your success as a reflection of the bond you share. He's not just walking with you through the hard days, he's lifting you even higher on the good ones. That's the kind of partner who stays not just for a season, but for life. 14. He's loyal even when you're not around. When a man truly wants you in his life for good, his loyalty isn't dependent on who's watching or what the situation is. It's rooted in who he is and how deeply he values you. One of the most powerful signs of lasting love is when he remains loyal even when you're not around. It's in the way he carries your relationship with integrity, not just in your presence, but especially in your absence. He doesn't entertain attention from others when you're not there. He doesn't speak badly about you behind your back, and he doesn't hide parts of his life from you. His actions remain consistent whether he's with you or surrounded by others. That quiet loyalty shows that you live in his heart, even when you're not in the room. He honors the relationship by staying true to it, because for him, loyalty isn't a rule, it's a natural expression of his commitment. You don't have to question his intentions or worry about where you stand. He gives you peace without needing constant reassurance, because his behavior creates trust. His loyalty is built on respect, not fear of consequences. He chooses you every day, not out of obligation, but because his feelings are real and stable. When a man is loyal in your absence, he proves that the connection he shares with you is rooted in something deeper than convenience. It shows he sees you not just as someone he loves, but as someone he respects, values, and wants to build something lasting with. Loyalty when no one is watching is one of the clearest signs that his heart belongs to you. and he intends to keep it that way. 15. He makes you feel safe, wanted, and emotionally seen. When a man truly wants you in his life for good, his presence becomes a source of emotional safety and deep comfort. You don't have to question your worth around him or wonder where you stand, because he makes you feel safe, wanted, and emotionally seen. This isn't about constant reassurance through words. It's about how you feel when you're with him, and even when you're not. There's a steady calm in the way he treats you that tells you you matter deeply. He makes you feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally. You can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. You can express your true self, your fears, your dreams, and your struggles, knowing he'll listen, not dismiss. He doesn't make you feel small for your emotions or uncertain about your place in his life. Instead, he creates space for you to be fully yourself, and that space feels protected. He makes you feel wanted by showing up consistently, not just when it's convenient or exciting, but even when it requires effort. His affection isn't performative or situational. It's quiet, steady, and real. He chooses you with his time, his actions, and his energy. He makes it known that you are loved for who you are, not for who you pretend to be or what you can give. And most importantly, he sees you, not just the version you show to the world, but the deeper, more complex, more vulnerable version of you. He pays attention to your moods, remembers what matters to you, and understands how to be there without needing to fix everything. When someone makes you feel safe, wanted, and emotionally seen, it's because they've already decided that your presence in their life is something they're not willing to let go of, for now and for good.